Dr. Gold in the lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs, relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, gracing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What's up, everybody?
That's loud.
I'll turn that down a little bit. Nice. Let me start Discord. Oh, nice. What's up, Musin? Let me check. Yeah, I just sent you a DM about your thing. Oh, you DM'd me back. Accepted it. Nice. Okay, cool, dope.
That's dope.
Did you want me to go over these, like, on the stream? I can go over your... I'm happy to go over your stuff, like, on the stream if you want. I don't know. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's kind of private. I don't want to go over it, but you let me know. Oh, if you want to? Yeah, sure. Yeah, dope. Okay. What's up, Ricky? Yeah, 1 second. Get things sorted. I've been trying to, like, yeah, office hours is supposed to start in an hour. You're correct, but I have to leave early, so instead of cutting the stream down to an hour, I started it an hour early. So it's starting at 4 today. I think I made it an announcement in the channel. And I think I said yesterday I was going to have to start the stream early. But yeah. That way I make sure we at least get 2 hours here. Otherwise it would have only been an hour, and I don't know, I feel like people take like an hour just to like show up. Which is okay. I wish I could have streamed for longer actually yesterday. We just started picking up like towards the end. 1 second, I'll start the stream on YouTube in a second. Where is it? Where's like my YouTube studio live? Yeah, we did pretty well yesterday actually. Like, wow, look at this. Had 1,400 views. It's pretty up there compared to most streams. And then I was looking at like the analytics, which was fun. Oh, I thought it was higher. Wait, is this for the right day? Oh, I have to say since uploaded lifetime once. So there we go. 18 hours, yeah. Yeah, anyways, it was definitely like peaking up towards the end. So like I was like, damn, maybe I should have kept streaming. But I was tired. Also, it was like 2.5 hours. I think I had to go somewhere. I usually have to go somewhere. Anyways, yeah. Early stream, yeah, 1 hour early. I got to meet up with a friend for like birthday dinner stuff at 6:30, so I got to leave here at 6. So figure I'd get it. Make sure. Okay. What's up, Sensation? me start the YouTube stream too. Let's see what we got. YouTube vertical. Is it my birthday? No, it's my friend's birthday. My birthday is April 5th. What's up, Sensation?
Might have turned on the microphone.
Is my microphone not working? Pretty sure my microphone.
No. I said it might be a good idea if I turned on my microphone.
Oh, well, might be a good idea. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Last 4 of my social stop. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. We'll start the stream off, and I'll make some announcements after a little bit. But here, let's do it. Welcome home to Actual Education Office Hours. My name's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold. This is a stream that helps you out with math, homework, science, homework. All sorts of fun stuff. Let me see if I had any immediate questions. Otherwise, we'll jump into helping you out, Mizan, with your college essays. I guess that's coming up. Are college apps due soon? I thought they weren't due till like December. Usually, I could be wrong. Or is there like early admission stuff? Oh, they just opened. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, the PIQs. I fucking hate the PIQs. I know what you're talking about. These are the what they call like personal interest questions or something. Yeah, you can't submit till October. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember I've helped out quite a few students with college essays in the day. I've gotten a couple kids into like pretty cool schools. I have like 3 students I've gotten to grad schools. That was also pretty cool. Personal insight. What's up, Justin? Justin, you ready to play the beta this weekend, dude? You gotta be playing it, dude. Is there a Twitch lag? I hope there's not. I'm seeing a couple frames dropped. Should be okay. I did not spend all this money on these antennas for me to get fucking network drops. Oh, Mauritania says, my birthday's the 6th of April. Wow. Fellow Aries, what's up? God does not play dice. Indeed. What's up, Justin?
What's up?
What's up?
Bro,
What's up?
like, I don't want to talk about it because they're live streaming, but at the same time, I kind of want.
Okay. As long as you're not like outing yourself with like domestic violence that I have to like call the police for, please.
No. Okay,
Don't do that. Don't say like your dad's beating you or something on the stream, please. Don't say that.
You know Roblox, right?
I do know Roblox. I know of the game, yes.
Yeah, so there's this huge thing going on where a PDF
Wait.
hunter, to say the least, 'cause I'm not gonna
PDF
use that
hunter.
on Twitch.
You kids are hilarious, dude. They come up with these funny like words to bypass the bans. Okay, yeah. PDF hunter. Okay, great.
Yeah. So, to say the least, Roblox sent one of their top hunters a cease and desist letter for being a vigilante and breaking terms of service.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And now-
Didn't Vitally get in trouble for this before?
Vitaly was not a vigilante. He was more of just an asshole.
He was just an asshole just trying to get clicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is serious though, because people are starting to think that Roblox doesn't care about its kids or community at all.
I would think they do. I mean, there's a lot of kids on Roblox. But also, Roblox is kind of a cesspool sometimes, dude, with some of the games. I've seen, like, Cotton Picker Simulator on there and stuff, dude. There's so many, like, suspect games on Roblox where I'm just like, okay. To me, it's like the 4chan of, like, video games. I'm like, all right, whatever. You guys are going to, like, exercise your demons.
I put in chat. That's the current tag that's trending right now.
Okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up at some point. I'm not gonna look it up on the stream because I don't want to get strikes or we're not.
I keep forgetting actors like the entire banned words list now, don't I?
No, it's okay.
Kill, suicide, murder. I don't know. Whatever
Kill,
the fuck
suicide, murder. Oh, Sam says he has a trial. Oh, I didn't know he had a trial. Okay, sorry. Let me catch up on the chat.
Roblox wouldn't have a platform without piracy.
I mean, that's probably true, honestly.
That is actually extremely true because there's some like extremely good copies of other games on there. Like
Wow.
you know, Schedule 1. There's one where you can grow snacks
You can grow
instead
snacks.
of. instead
that's
of
great.
drugs.
I'm glad you can grow snacks, dude. That's really cool, man. That's really awesome. Oh, Sib, it's your birthday today? What? Happy birthday, Sib. That's awesome. What are you doing to celebrate your birthday, Sib? Sib says Sib's hanging in the background listening to the stream. I'm honored that you spend your birthday hanging out with us on a live stream. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Any drug
Sensation says happy
related
birthday. Nice. Love
In
that.
therapy?
What about therapy, dude? Justin, what? Are we talking about things you need?
In Moloch said even any drug-related charge is the death penalty in the Philippines.
Oh, correct. Yeah, don't get caught with drugs in East Asia. They'll screw you. Yeah, you have a bad time. Oh. Wait. One sec. He stole a police officer's motorcycle and reached for his gun in the Philippines. Yeah, what? You're gonna have a real bad time, dog, doing that. Excuse me?
That's how you get shot, to say the least.
Sorry, let me... The guy they banned was congratulated by the police and was literally working alongside law enforcement. He also reported them to Roblox, but Roblox banned those. Okay. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I don't really know the politics at Roblox, but that's kind of whack, to be honest.
Well, okay, congressman, I don't want to get into politics too hard, but there was an actual congressman that is currently giving out petitions to keep Roblox up and actually give Roblox the resources and make sure Roblox does its job correctly instead of having to get vigilante groups or whatever they fucking call it. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, by definition, vigilante groups are vigilantes, which means they kind of operate outside of what standard protocols are. I'm sure if Roblox did what vigilantes are doing, they would probably get sued for a bunch of shit. Like, there's a process you have to go through to, you know, I don't know, ban people or do certain things or, like, take legal action. If you're a vigilante, you don't give a fuck. I mean, that's the whole Batman, like, trope, right? Batman doesn't care about doing things the right way. He just makes sure the right thing gets done, I guess.
Make sure the public is asleep.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Where is she?
Joker, don't do it. I got it right here, Batman. I can do whatever I want to this day.
Yeah. Sib says celebrating spending time with my parents. That's awesome. I'm gonna go see my parents next month for a wedding. Make sure to spend some time. Okay, let me do some stuff. Sorry, I need to clear my throat. But yeah, that's thanks for the update on the news with Schlep, Justin. I appreciate it. We'll play some Battlefield 6 this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Without a doubt.
All right, nice. All right, let me help Meezen out real quick. So Meezen is applying to some of the University of California schools. Luckily, they've made college apps a little bit nicer these days, where you don't have to fill out so many individual applications. You just kind of fill out like one. For instance, for all of the University of California schools, which there are a ton of them. UC schools. Are there there's like 14 of them, right, or something? Here they go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, there are 10. 10 University of California schools. This is why also University of California is the #1 employer of just people in California. Like they employ the most amount of people. It's pretty crazy. But it would suck to have to write 10 different applications for this. Luckily, UC has what's called just like a UC Common App, and you just fill out one application, and then you can send it to all of the University of California schools. Why do their logos look all similar? I guess because it's all UC. It's like UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC Riverside, UCSF, UCSB. It's all like UC something. So yeah, they all have like kind of similar logos. They're all great schools. I mean, there is kind of like a tier list to the acceptance rates. Like I think Berkeley and UCLA probably have some of the lowest acceptance rates. So it's harder to get into certain UC schools, but getting into any of them is already like kind of a dub. And you can transfer within them as well once you get in. All blue and gold. Yeah. Dude, so blue was my favorite color before gold chose me. And now gold is obviously my favorite color. So yeah, I think it is also quite fortuitous that I went to UCLA for grad school. I was employed by UCLA as of a week ago. So it's all really fun. Yeah, UCI and UCSC. Santa Cruz is next. What about UCSD? I wonder which one's there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to go to a friend's birthday thing at like 6:30. So I started the stream early this week. Okay, sorry. Let me go to. Okay, so backstory there is Meezen's applying to some UC schools, and he has what are called like there are certain essays you have to write, real short essays, which are called like personal inquiry questions, PIQs. And I guess these are the. So I think you get a choice of them, Meezen, right? There is one that's required, and then I think for these other 3 you picked, it's out of like a pool. There's like 10 different ones, and you have to pick 3. I think is how that works. So, also, I mean, a good thing to know is like, what is the PIQ 7, and you pick 3. Okay, so there's 7 choices, and you pick 3. Do you know off the top of your head, Meezen, what the requirements are, like word-wise? That's kind of one of the most important things. Before I ever write any of these, good, there you go, 350 words, yeah. You always like to know. So what I would always do here is I would say like 350 words. Just make sure you always put that, because otherwise you're gonna forget. And then I always like try to check what you got so far. So cool thing here in Google Docs, if you go to Tools and you go to Word Count, and then you say Display Word Count while typing. Now when you highlight this at the bottom, sorry, you guys can't see that. Sorry, my screen. Sorry, at the bottom left here, it'll show what your word count is. So this is like a really useful thing to do when you're writing essays, because you want to keep track. You want to stay within that limit. Also, sometimes you want to kind of be on the lower end of that limit, because the people that read these applications have to go through literally thousands of them. And so if it's going to take them a lot of time to get to the point, or the star thing about you trying to go to college, they're not gonna get to it, and then you kind of lose out. So let's see. Preparation for intended major, cool. I love how you just start out with, yes, I did something with an AC generator. This is great. Yeah, this is good. Good to just start off right off the bat. Like, what is my preparation for? I'm assuming your major is physics, or sorry, was it engineering, Meezen, you're trying to go into? Yeah, Sam, transfer apps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sam, you got into a couple schools, I think. But yeah, I remember you were transferring. Are you down at UCI? I forget. Physics for UCLA, sweet. Okay, cool, nice. Okay, that's too funny. Well, if I end up teaching there, you might be my class. Or you're at SMC right now. Oh yeah, that's the easiest. SMC has such like a pipeline for getting into the UC schools. It's ridiculous. As long as you have like pretty decent grades, you can transfer really easily. Yeah. Oh, and it's free. Oh, that's dope. That made the physics in my textbook real. Cool. 6 steel bolts, each one. Okay. Nice. Physics 4B Enum labs, right? Cool. Yeah, nice. I mean, this is a great essay. Just right off the start. Yeah, it shows you have experience in labs. It'd be nice if you have any sort of like internship. Do you have any sort of internship, or I know you've done a lot of personal projects yourself, but have you done anything formally for like an employer? That sometimes helps. Or even just a lab, like just working for a research lab is sometimes helpful. Oh, you got accepted but couldn't go? Okay, that's all right. I mean, make sure you mention that somewhere, that you got accepted, like in one of your, maybe your resumes or something. You don't need to put it in the essay here. But yeah, I mean, this is good so far. I agree you could flow a little bit better. Also, like, try not to use these things. Don't use the hyphens. Even if you do use these naturally, this is just an automatic like AI indicator. Like anyone who's reading essays, anytime we see these hyphens, we're just like, yeah. Even if you did write it completely yourself, someone's gonna think it's written by AI. So yeah,
I mean,
don't.
My English is reasonably good, and even I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, just don't do it. Yeah. So here I'm gonna replace these with commas. That's my suggestion.
Depends. Is it a list? Not
Maybe
really
also,
proper.
I mean, I would also try to maybe, you know, can I write comments? I think I can write comments, right? Can I write comments? How do you do that? Insert fucking comments. Oh, Control Alt M. Okay, for this one, I would I'm gonna write some comments. I would say talk about the motivation for why you're doing this. For why you're doing this, can be just, you know, genuine curiosity. We kind of emphasize how you've always had a desire to do things in physics, engineering. Also, like, preparation, I think you kind of want to talk a little bit more about, like, your coursework. Talk more about your coursework, how you've done in those classes. Emphasize that the outside projects you're doing are to reinforce the understanding you develop in class, which you do down in this paragraph here. You talk about how, like, these projects are more than builds. They're proof I can take a law and turn it into a working device. Yeah. And I agree. This is great. Yeah. You're pointing out at what, at why those skills are important. This would read better actually for a grad school interview. A grad school application, because grad school is about taking more like what did you learn and like turning it into actual research. I would say even more than this, I would say also comment about talk about how actual research requires these skills. And these are things that are needed later in grad school, which is your, I don't know, your like final trajectory. College apps people always love to see that there's a reason why you're getting this degree, and one of the easiest reasons to say why am I getting a physics undergraduate degree is because I want to go to physics grad school. And so if you can kind of maybe tie that in, saying like, oh yeah, you know, I know how to take theory, turn it into practical things and build shit. That's a very like cool grad school skill to have. So maybe talk a little bit about that.
Don't forget the end document with the phrase "Stay fresh, cheese bags."
Stay fresh, cheese bag. What? Okay, H. That's good, dude. The screen is tiny. Yeah, I know. The YouTube stuff is, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Anyways, I think this is good. Yeah, maybe talk a little bit more about your classes. Like, you can talk about, I forget exactly how many classes you've taken, but, yeah. I would say, like, refer to more classes you've taken and where. Like, where you took these classes. Physics 4B is a UCLA class, or it used to be. It's now the 6 series. But if it's something at your college, maybe mention like where you took it and where, how you did. You learned a lot, and that translated into projects. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah, something like that. And then the flow stuff. What's up? What's up, Sensation?
You finish writing the entire document, right? And then you can select the entire document and then change the font to Wingdings.
No, God. As long as it's what's that one? Papyrus, dude. Don't do Papyrus, please. Please don't do Papyrus. Yeah. In terms of the flow, Mizan, yeah, you can what you can do is you can just throw this into AI and say like, hey, how would I make this flow better? Keep a lot of my original text the same, and it'll suggest things, and then it's your job to go through and pick the parts you like. Don't copy paste what AI does, but like just use it as like a reference to see like, oh, this is how AI thinks it would flow better. And then once you look at that, you know, compare the two and be like, oh, what should I take from that to make my thing flow better? Yeah. You've taken everything besides, well, then mention that. 100, yeah. If you've taken all the courses, mention that you've taken all the courses already. And then, yeah, really stress this. Yeah. Really stress that, I mean, you haven't mentioned here that you're a transfer student either, which, I don't know. It's just good to remind the application people these things because, bro, they have so many papers on their desk. They won't remember looking at your resume like, you know, what you already did. So, yeah, I would say mention how you've taken and done well. Taken drugs. You've mentioned and done well in all the undergrad requirements, or like the basic requirements, undergrad basic requirements. Thus proving academically you can handle upper division coursework, and that your projects show that you can translate that knowledge into doing upper division labs, and then like or meaningful undergraduate research. Yeah. If you also want to talk, and what?
I am fully prepared for adult life and my new college career, as I have taken heroin.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, so Mizan, I from reading your essay, I had no clue any of that. So you want to make sure that the reader knows that you're transferring, you've already done everything, you've already proved. I mean, that's the best thing of like preparation for intended major, is that you've already passed all the required courses, and now all you need is the upper division and maybe some research. And then this is why you go to a university like UCLA, something high end, is that what's up, Gmail user? You want access to cutting edge research and to like professors that are doing cool stuff. Like, granted, UCLA is getting fucked right now by Trump, but in an ideal world, UCLA gives you more opportunities to do cooler research than you would get at, for instance, a community college or something that's not like, you know, as well funded. So, yeah, the work I'm most eager to continue, I would, talk a lot more about how UCLA is a world-class research center, and you're excited to explore all the opportunities now that you've put in the work to, do well in your core courses and practice your experimental skills. I don't know. That's just I'm just brain dumping a bunch of comments. Take with it as you will. Okay.
Let's talk about the thing you want to research the most.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to know exactly what he wants to research now because he's an undergrad, you know. And honestly, undergrad is a time that's great for you to go like figure out what you want to research in college. So you don't have to have it all figured out now.
Yes, I suppose it's very different for us. You specialize very early on, and then you specialize and you specialize and specialize.
Yeah, in the UK, you pick your path at like 16 or 17,
no,
and you're kind of locked in.
We pick our path at year 9 because you have to choose which GCSEs you're going to take.
Yeah, that's like 16 years old, right? Ninth grade?
That's 13, 14.
13, 14. That's too young, honestly.
11,
man.
12, 12, 13, 13. Yeah,
Bro,
13,
I didn't know what the
14.
fuck I wanted to do when I was 13. I just wanted to play
Neither do we.
Battlefield.
The point is you have to choose what GCSE you're going to take. So you know full well that if you're going to do drama, then you take drama, right?
Yeah.
And then you do an A level in the dramatic arts. But then again, it's heavily and quickly moving towards specialization. So in terms of physics, you're gonna go into physics at college, so you take physics GCSE, which I think is mandatory anyway.
Yeah.
And then you take physics at A level, and then you go into the college saying, well, this is what I'd like to do my PhD in, and that's pretty much what you lead with.
Yeah. So in the U.S., when you go to grad school, you don't have to have a special. I mean, you have to know whether you want to do a physics PhD or a chemistry PhD, but you don't even have to know if you want to be an experimentalist or a theorist. They don't really care. Your first year at grad school is meant for you to figure that out and like get some, little bit of experience with like what you think you want to do, and then you figure out what you don't want to do. Yeah, it's very different. So yeah, that's why my advice to Meezan, because he's going into undergrad, is that you don't have to talk specifically about what you want to do. Just the fact that he has like curiosity in what looks like experimental E&M is already like specialized enough. Because from that he can go into like condensed matter. He can go to AMO. He can go to I don't know, laser stuff, plasma. You can go to plasma. You want to go do plasma physics. He's doing okay. It's very different than the UK. You're right, Sensation.
Go make me a phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Yeah. Okay, Meezan. I don't think I had. Which was that? Starship Troopers or what?
Terminator, where he walks into the gun shop and says,
which Terminator? There's so many of them.
The first one, where he just walks in like, I think it's like the first weapon he asks for. Phased plasma rifle, 40-watt range.
Phased 40 plasma rifle. Anyways, Meezan.
He only went CPAL.
Let me work with some other students real quick, just because we spent a decent amount of time on this. But if you want to keep coming by the streams, I'll do like 1 PIQ per stream if you want or something. For me to do all 4 right now would take like 2 or 3 hours. But take what I got at least from this one, and then if you want to come by one of the other streams that we have next week or something, I'll do like another one or another couple of them. But yeah, just take the general ideas and do stuff. Nice. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, you're very welcome, dude. All right, let me see what we got for questions. I think Taylor Drew wanted to learn some matrices. Is that what I saw? And again, if you're joining us from YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, any one of those things, there's a link down there, actualdiscord.com/submit. You can submit a screenshot of your question. I will go over it live on the stream here for you. Free help for you. No strings attached. Equity says, what's the difference between a private and a public university? One's funded by the government a lot more than the other one. Yeah, public universities are like funded more heavily by like taxpayers of the state. I think the federal government gives money to like all universities at some point. But yeah, in general, private universities are way more expensive to go to than say a public university. You did. We are going to do this one for you. Gmo says, let's drink a bottle of beer together and grill some pork someday if we ever meet. Yeah, hell yeah. I love bacon. Yeah, I'm down to grill some pork. Fuck yeah.
Danish bacon is the best.
Yeah, you you guys have the back bacon. It's fucking weird ass bacon.
Danish bacon.
All right, let's see. So if we want to turn this into a matrix and solve this, yeah, okay, cool. So we can turn this into an augment. So the first thing is anytime you have variables, you should see how many missing variables you have. So X is missing, Y is missing, Z is missing. That's a 3 variable systems of equations, which means I need at least 3 equations. Okay, which I do have 3 equations, which is nice. They have to be linearly independent equations. Like, they can't be copies of each other or, like, combinations of each other. That doesn't count. And that's actually what went into when we were solving for the rank of a matrix earlier. Rank, like, kind of determines how many unique rows you have. It will definitely be, it'll be a 3x4, actually. So what we're going to create here is called an augmented matrix. Okay. Yeah. Where I always like to write these with the variables that are missing. For instance, this doesn't have z. So this is really x plus 2y plus 0z is equal to 5 is what this is. And then this is going to be 0x minus, plus 1y minus 3z is equal to 5. And then this one is going to be 3x plus 0y minus 1z is equal to 4. So notice, right, anytime I didn't have the letter showing up in the equation, you have to like still include it as like a 0 out in front. Now what you do from this is you convert this into what's called like an augmented matrix, where we're going to take whatever the coefficients are in front of everything and then like put them in the row. So this is going to end up being 1, 2, 0, 5. 1, 2, 0, 5. Yeah, so the amount of terms will be equal to the number of columns, and the amount of equations will be equal to the number of rows. Yeah. Well, it's number of terms plus 1. The reason why it's called an augmented matrix is because technically, and they put like a little dashed line here, because this is like the equal sign. And this would end up being 0, 1, minus 3, 5. And this would be 3, 0, minus 1, 4. Yeah. So it's technically a 3x4. It's augmented, which means that this thing is kind of like dangling on the side. But then our goal is always to turn this into a unit matrix, or the identity matrix. You want to turn this into 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. If you can turn this into this by doing what are called just row operations, then whatever happens over here will end up being your answer for the different variables. If I get to UCLA, I'm bringing you a 6-pack. Thanks, dude. I'll definitely take that 6-pack. What's up, Cosmic? Haven't seen you in a while. Shatrick says, public university is mostly funded by government. Private only get research funding, but not for other stuff. Exactly. Yeah, public universities, to keep their operations working, do get money from the government, the state governments usually. So that's why their tuition is cheaper. Private universities have to pay for it all themselves. Yeah, what's going on, Cosmic? What's up, Aisha? Belush? That's a cool last name. Belush? Belush? Okay, yeah, so, yes, very nice. We love linear algebra. So, Drew, you know there's a couple ways that we can do this, right? The easy way is to just plug it into your calculator and do RREF, but this is actually not that bad of a matrix already, so I'm just going to solve it by hand. You do. Well, here's the goal. You want to eventually get 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Sorry, these look like 6s. Jesus. No. No.
No.
Okay. This is the goal for, like, this part. And what's called, like, Gauss-Jordan elimination is we're going to start at the top left here, and then we're going to, like, snake. Okay? So we're going to start at this term and go this way, trying to make everything here 1, 0, 0. And then we're going to come up this way and try to make this 0, 1, 0. And then we're going to try to come down this way and make this 0, 0, 1. It's a strat. It's called like the snake strat. Sorry, I drew my snake wrong the first time. But yeah, this is what it is. Yeah, equities. Yeah, equity has a similar question there. What's up?
The Badger matrix.
The Badger matrix? Badger, mushroom,
Snake,
mushroom.
snake.
No.
It's a snake.
It's a snake. So yeah. So the reason why I'm okay doing this by hand is that these are already okay. See how this is 1, this is 0, this is already 1, this is 0. This is great. Like, this is almost a third of the way done. So the last thing I need to do for this column is I need to make this 0 somehow. And so what I'm gonna do, and again, we always like try to like label the the rows like this, like row 1, row 2, row 3. And this is what I mean by row operations. I'm going to take 3 times row 1. I'm going to subtract it from row 3, or I'm going to do R3 minus it. And then that is going to become my new row 3. So how you would write this is you would say 3 row 1 minus row 3 now becomes row 3. Okay? That's the way to write a row operation. Row operations means you can add whatever rows to each other and turn them into a new row. You can swap rows if you want. Like I could swap 1 and 3. That's totally cool as well. And then yeah, you can multiply any row by a constant as long as everything in that row gets multiplied. So 3 row 1 would be like taking this row and multiplying by 3. So that would end up being 3, 6, 0, 15. And then I'm going to subtract it from what row 3 was, which was 3, 0, minus 1, 4. Yeah, this is how you change it. Yeah, you say this. You say arrow R3. That implies that it's been turned into the new row 3. Because look what happens when I subtract these, right? 3 minus 3 is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 1. So minus negative 1 is plus 1. Don't mess that up. And then 15 minus 4 is going to be 11. So this is my new R3. Okay? Because then this was like minus this, and then like is equal to this, yeah. So now you, this is the beautiful thing about copy paste, because I don't have to fucking rewrite the whole thing all over again. So now my new row 3 is going to be 0, 6, 1, 11. Okay? And now we've done a really good job that our first column is already 1, 0, 0, which was part of the goal. Right? We wanted 1, 0, 0. Now we're going to snake up this way. So again, you come like down, you come this, and you do this. We're going to try to make sure that this thing is 0. Okay? It's not 0 yet. Which level is this? This could be upper high school or early college. It's technically linear algebra. There is still a dashed line. Just don't worry about it for now. Just it's there if we need it later. Cosmic says, I'm trying to sharpen my integration skills. You got any resources I could look at? Yeah, there's a book. Is Zach here? Zach, are you in my channel right now? Zach does a thing where he does like 200 like really hard integrals or something. Or he does 100 integrals during his stream. But yeah, to sharpen integration skills, it's really just about practicing and seeing all the different variations and what tricks you need to use. And then you start recognizing, being like, oh, if I have a 1 over 1 plus x squared, that's something with arctangent. Or if it's 1 minus x squared, it's secant or whatever. I feel like there's a book. One sec. Books of integral practices. I'm trying to like figure out. Like one of these maybe. Yeah. Yeah, any one of these books probably has something really cool. There you go. 500 integral problems with strategies and solutions for calculus by Muhammad Haq. I don't know who this guy is, but like cool. That's like that's a great idea. Yeah, just you could probably honestly like pick up one of these books at I don't know, like a used bookstore for probably like $5. Can you do IIT questions? Is that India Institute of Technology? Okay, but here, let's get this. Let's keep going. We're very close. So once I've gotten 1, 0, 0, my next goal is to turn this into a 0. Okay. Now, in order to turn this into a 0, right? I can use either this row or this row, right, to cancel it out. I probably don't want to use this row. The reason for that is that if I use this row to like, multiply by -3 and then add it to that, this is going to screw up this. You see how like I don't want to touch this. I don't want this to turn into a number. I like it staying at 0. So any other row that I use on it I want to make sure it has a 0 in that first column. So in this case, I think I'm going to do 6 times row 2 minus row 3. And we're going to have that equal the new row 3. Yeah. Is there a book you can learn physics from 0 that you can recommend? Yeah, any physics textbook. Or, if you're in the summer camp challenge, that's physics from 0. That is a very physics from 0 thing. The Kudu stuff, I wrote a lot of that. If you want to check that out, that's basically physics from 0. So this would be 0, 6, minus 18, 30. And then we subtract from R3, which is 0, 6, 1, 11, to get our new R3. And watch what happens here, right? This is 0, 0, negative 19, and then this is 19. And this is our new R3. No, you're okay. Yeah, I'm kind of like... I would do a subscript. I know some textbooks put it as just a number next to it. I like subscripts. They're just easier to work with. Or they're easier for me to see, I guess. So, anyways, so 0, 0, negative 19, 19. Oh, damn. Yeah. Try taking a screenshot. Free Fire Thopu Damu Unta Aifu Gamer. That's a very interesting name. If you take a screenshot and you submit it using that website, I can probably take a look at it. Stuff in my chat will just get lost. Okay, great. So here's the cool thing. All right. So we've gotten to this. Yeah. Now this is 1. That's great, right? Because look, we're coming back up the snake, right? This is okay. Our next goal is to make this 0. Well, to make that 0, I'm going to do something with row 2, right? So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say 2 times row 2 minus row 1 is now equal to row 1. 2 times row 2 is 0, 2, minus 6, 10. Subtracted from row 1, which is 1, 2, 0, 5. And so if we subtract that, 0... Dun, dun, dun. Well, wait, sorry. 2. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to do negative 2 this plus this. That's what I want to do. Sorry. I don't want to... The subtraction gets kind of weird sometimes. 0, negative 2, 6, 10, and we're going to add it to row 1, which is 1, 2, 0, 5. That's what I want to do. Yeah, there we go. So this times negative 2 gets me this, and then I'm going to add it to row 1, and that's going to give me 1, 0, 6, 15. And this is my new row 1. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, yeah, if you want to learn physics, Nick, first of all, you can't be really busy, because it takes time. But yeah, use the Kudu stuff. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're really close, right? Because now we have 1, 0, 0. We've come up. We're at 0, 1, 0. Our next goal is to turn this into a 0. This is where things are going to be a little nasty. I'm going to do a little shortcut here first before I do anything. I'm going to take row... Because this looks really nice to me. I'm going to take row 3... I'm going to multiply, I'm going to divide it, or you can multiply it by negative 1/19, and I'm going to call that now R3. So basically, I'm dividing all of row 3 by negative 19. Yeah, negative 2 times 5 would get you, oh, did I fuck up somewhere? Oh, I did. Thank you. Yeah, wait, did I? Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. Good catch. So this is negative 5. Might make things even nicer, actually. It's okay, Nick. I was just saying that, like, yeah, just if you have time, you know, that's a great way to do it. Okay. All right. So now, this is going to end up being 1 minus 1. We kind of cheated and like went ahead and fixed this one. The reason is because like now I can use this to easily fix this. Because I can say negative 6 times R3 plus R1 is equal to R1. So that becomes negative 6. So that's 0, 0, negative 6, 6 plus 1, 0, 6, negative 5. 1, 0, 0, 1 is now equal to R1. Okay. So, okay. Now this is 1, 0, 0, 1. We are almost done. We've come here. We've come here. We've come here. My last step is to turn this into a 0. And I'm going to do that by taking 3R3, adding it to R2, and that should give you R2. So that becomes 0, 0, 3, minus 3, adding to 0, 1, minus 3, 5. Okay. And that gets me 1, 0, 2 is now R2. So now this is our final thing. So this is going to be 0, 1, 0, 2. So this is now 0, 1, 0, 2. And you're done. So this is very cool. So what this now tells me is that 1x plus 0y plus 0z is equal to 1. Remember that, you know, that we still have this thing from before. This is like the equal sign. And then 0x plus 1y plus 0z is equal to 2. And that 0x plus 0y plus 1z is equal to negative 1. Or, right, I don't really care about 0y and 0z, so that just tells me x equals 1, y equals 2, z equals minus 1. And that's your solution. So, after doing all of this, that's how you do it. Can we write the variables inside the matrix, or you can only put the numbers because it makes it easier to keep track of everything in terms of the variables? Yeah, no. You don't want to start putting like, don't put like x, y, and z here. Don't do that. You want to get in the habit of just doing this, and then at the end of the day, knowing that this is like x, this column is y, and this column is z. Yeah, you want to just put the coefficients. So, and then you can go ahead and check this if you want to check to make sure this is right. You know. These were our answers. Well, let's look at this. So, x plus 2y, that's 1 plus 2 times 2, which is 4, which is 5. That works. Y, 2 minus 3 times minus 1, so that's 2 minus 3, 2 plus 3, that's 5. And then 3 minus 1 is 3 plus 1, which is 4. So you got it. Yeah. Oh, thanks for all the follow, guys. We had Fodor5 and El Pedro. Yeah, if you want to do this on a calculator, I mean, the calculator just does this part, is all it really does. So, well, am I wrong? Where's my gold calculator? One second, let me go find my gold calculator. Cannot be having no silver-ass calculator right now. Nice. More follows. That's dope. Thanks, guys. Okay, so if you pull up the calculator, and you go to second matrix, edit, this needs to be a 3x4. You can put 1, 2, 0, 5. And then 0, 1, minus 3, 5. And then 3, 0, minus 1, 4. Okay, so then you quit and send second matrix, and you can see the matrix that we have. So here, let me show up, since the YouTube people won't be able to see this, but I want to show the calculator. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so this is how you would put the into your calculator. How you would put the matrix in, and then the next thing you go to second matrix math. Photo 5 2 plus 2 2 minus 2. Well, if you ask what was it, Terrence Howard, he might tell you it's 5 or something. Are matrices needed for Calc 1? They're not, Laplace, but dude, this makes... If you know how to do this simple trick with matrices, it'll make solving systems of equations like so easy, which you do have to do in calculus. Wow, thank you, Photo 5, yeah. Okay. So if you do RREF on this, then this is what you get. Okay. And notice, right? This is the exact same answer that we got way down here, right? Destroy the matrix with this one simple trick. Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah. So look, you see how you get the same thing? From this to this. Same answer. It's just a lot faster. There is an appreciation to being able to do all of these row operations to turn a matrix into row reduced echelon form. I think it's cool. It reminds me of like those puzzles. You guys ever play like, what was it called? Rush Hour game. Oh, nice. Thank you, Shellshock. Yeah, I'm not the only guy that does math here on Twitch. If you want to know, we have a lot of other awesome math streamers. There you go. There's all their Twitches. If you ever want to check them out, they stream a lot too. But yeah, this reminds me of kind of like. Did anybody ever play this game? Do you guys still play games? Is that a thing? I mean, like non-video games. You guys like still play like physical things? But it's kind of like. Did you ever play this Sensation? You know what I'm talking about? You ever play this Rush Hour?
It looks familiar. No.
Yeah. But you have to like move things like back and forth and stuff to like make the car escape. That to me is kind of what doing matrix row operations feels like. You're trying to turn your matrix into this from this garbage, and you have to do all these different row operations to make it work. He's like, lol, board games? Yeah. Nice. Okay, good. Hope that helps you out there, Taylor Drew. That was a great question. Glad to go over it. Board games, never heard of her?
Well done! Well done!
Yeah, they're blocks instead of cars. Yeah, that's probably pretty similar. Probably happens as well. NA says, hi, Daddy. Hello, son. Is this one of the children I have out there that I am not aware of?
All 45 of them. You manslagger.
I at least luckily don't pay for child support for anyone.
Okay, here's a question for you that you should be able to answer, but so few people can.
Okay, answer it.
You have
shoot away.
You have a cappuccino.
Like a ballerina cappuccino? What type of cappuccino?
No, a cappuccino. You have a cappuccino, and then you make another cappuccino. What do you have?
Cappuccini?
Yeah. So you should know that.
Or cappuccinos is, yeah, not the Italian way. Yeah,
And they always say cappuccinos is like, you know.
You're wrong. Oh yeah, you're talking about this. Cool. Yeah, this is basically a generic form of, Rush Hour, what I was thinking of. That's cool.
These are
Shellshock says, I teach high school geometry and playing games is not what they want anymore. They barely let me teach proofs. Dude, fuck that. What? Dude, proofs are like a vital part of geometry. I would say it's kind of the core reason you take geometry is and proofs are cool. It's a very useful skill to know how to like write proofs. Just in terms of like, I don't know, I think that would like carry over into being able to make cohesive arguments about, world events and stuff. Like if this, then this, then this, then this, and by this, then this. I say this because, like, if any of you end up going into computer science or even, like... Dude, I had to teach a girl who was in, like, a communications degree still had to do this. But this is an example of like, writing a proof. This is sentential logic is what this is. But it's a really cool way to find truths to things. It's actually kind of how computers were first built. They're really like truth evaluators, like truth operators. It's, you know, it's if this, then this, then this. Yeah, Shylock says, I do what I want within reason, but staying employed is vital too. I agree. And honestly, this is why I would never teach at the high school level or even the middle school level, because there's too much doctrine over what you're allowed to teach. I think, you know, within good reason, we should have standards for what students need to learn in certain grades. But the way you teach it, or, again, going into, if you want to go more proof heavy, that should be, like, your call. You know? Not like some committee on, like, whatever the fuck that's just trying to boost their GPA grades so they get, like, state funding. Calculate the spectral radius of the matrix? Excuse me, what? Okay, I'm gonna do this one real quick. Good question from Equity. Equity, you chilling in my chat? Are you here?
Hold up.
Hold up.
Whose image is this?
Which one? Yeah. Oh, this is Equity.
Right, Equity. Learn to take screenshots. I will beat you.
Yeah, they literally just pull their phone out.
It's a big fucking button on the keyboard.
Oh my god. Okay. Tell whether the matrices are inverses of each other. So, this is a 2x2 matrix, so there's an easy trick to this, which is you just switch these and you make these negatives of each other. So, I can already tell that this is the inverse of this. Or is it? Wait a minute. I don't think they're supposed to be negatives of each other. Yeah, no, these are... I don't think these are. I'm going to go with no. No.
Yeah, it wasn't 3 and 3, but negative 3 and negative 3 anyway.
Well, so the inverse of this should be, what I'm pretty sure it should be, -1, 3, -3, 10. I think this is what the inverse should be. Because the inverse for a 2x2 is a quick trick. You take this, you put it here, you take this, you put it here, and then you multiply these ones by -1. So this does not look like this, unfortunately.
I thought what I was thinking. Yeah.
The other way to do it, okay, is if this is like, for instance, matrix A, and this is matrix B. If matrix A and if matrix B is the inverse of matrix A, then A times B should equal 1. So let me like kind of show what that means, right? So if you have like 3 times 3 inverse, this is the same thing as 3 times 1 over 3, which is equal to 3 over 3, which is just equal to 1. If you take a matrix A times its inverse, you should get what's called the unit matrix, or the identity matrix, which should be 1, 0, 0, 1. This is kind of like the rule. So we can multiply these two matrices together just right off the bat. Let's just do it. 3 minus 1, and then we're gonna multiply it by. I remember ATP is Cramer's rule, dude, because of ODEs. Oh, okay. Ordinary differential equations. I don't know if I ever took an ODE class. Or maybe I did. Yeah, that's just diffie-q, right? ODE? Okay, so let's multiply these together. So we know it's this times this, plus this times this. So, right, you do like, it's like row times column, like that. So that's going to be 10 minus 9, which is 1. Ooh, okay. It's actually looking kind of good so far. Let's do this one. This is going to be 30 This is where things fuck up. Because 10 times 3 is 30. But then it's 30 plus negative 3 times negative 10. It's 30 plus 30, so this is 60. So, yeah. If it was 30 minus 30, we'd be okay. And then doing the back right corner, that's going to be 9. 9 plus 10. It's like really bad. 19. And then this one, that's going to be 3 minus 3, which is 0. Okay. So this is very much not the identity matrix. Yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, but let's say we did it times this one, which I think is the identity matrix. Let's just show what happens. Okay. So this becomes... Sorry, let me take this, put it over here. Do this. Okay. 10 times 1. Oh, sorry. 10 times negative 1, which is negative 10. Negative 10 plus negative 3 times negative 3 is plus 9. So negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1. Ooh, uh-oh. we're already off to a bad start. Did I fuck up already? One sec. 10 minus 3, 3 minus 1, and I think it's... Oh. No, yeah. Do you also have to make them negative? One sec. No, you just flip them. Okay. No, it should be okay. What did I mess up? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. 10 times negative 1 is negative 10. Negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1. Okay, whatever. Just leave it for now. I might be wrong later. Then if I do this, I get 10 times 3 is 30. 30 minus 30 is 0. That's cool. And then if I do this one, I get 9 minus 10, which is negative 1. And then if I do this one, I get negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. Okay, cool. I can, Aisha. So here's a great thing. Well, okay, so first of all, this is weird. This is the negative identity matrix. I don't know what went wrong here. I feel like I had this right. Right? 3 minus 3. 31 10. Yeah, so Aisha, if you want to submit a question using, we have a website, and if you have like a pre-calculus, AP pre-calc question here, it's actualdiscord.com. You can upload a screenshot here. And then I'll go over it like during the stream for you, like live. You just gotta go find me a screenshot of something. One sec. Shellshock says, my district created the test last year that had errors that they released to us that they use in class. The district-wide math teachers was mad that we had to fix someone else's work. Yeah. No, I agree, dude. Like, yeah, I see a lot. I help tutor a lot of students right here on my stream in middle and high school, and there is a surprising amount of just questions just being like completely wrong. Like when I try to go through them, I'm like, your teacher like messed up, dude.
Disqualified.
I don't know what I did wrong here. Sorry, let me ask ChatGPT. Or actually, no, I don't even need ChatGPT. I use a calculator. Dun, dun. So what brought you to math? My PhD is in physics, which obviously uses a lot of math. And all throughout grad school, I did a lot of private tutoring for, you know, pre-calc, calculus, geometry, algebra, whatnot. And then when I got out of grad school, I wanted to help more students, but not charge a ton of money. Do it for free. So that's what I started doing through Twitch, and now it's on YouTube, it's on TikTok, it's on a bunch of other things as well. So a lot of every student takes math. Not every student takes, physics, as I'm finding. So getting good at teaching math is very, very nice to be able to help people. Wait, can I just say like matrix A, and can I just say inverse it? I wonder if it'll do that. To the -1. It's gonna do that for me. Oh, it does. Oh, nice. Okay, what did I mess up here though? Whoa. Okay, wait, one sec. When are you live? Yes. So here. Let me also get that for you guys. Yeah. So if you're just finding us from YouTube and stuff, there is a calendar. That's dope.
That's dope.
What's up, Mondo? Yes, thank you. Shantrix is posting it in Twitch, and then here it is for you in. I need to get Nightbot to work in YouTube, but yeah, this is the schedule so far for like when we're streaming. So we have a couple other friends that stream. So E2iPie, he was on earlier today. Zach, he's a recent math PhD, and he does a lot of that like higher end math. So I think today he was doing like Turing something. I don't know. He does some pretty cool, crazy math that I like to learn from him. And then Penn Center is another math. He's the department chair for a math community college thing up in Canada. And so he's doing like a machine learning class on Fridays. And then yeah, Zach's gonna do some more stuff on Saturday. Dad back with the milk. He was doing probability today. Yeah. So Zach is very cool. Zach does a lot of. He's kind of like me in that he covers a lot of different topics, and he likes to foray into things that aren't exactly his absolute like degree expertise. But he is also very good at stats. Yeah, and I love stats, and I think he's doing probability too. Yeah. Mondo, when are we playing, dude? When is the 17th? It can't come sooner. I tell you. Also, I'm curious at why I can't take inverses of 2x2 matrices. Like, am I dumb? Oh, I forgot. There is one little thing you have to do. Oh, Donda. Oh, you know why Donda? Oh, because he changed his name to Don Factorial. Yeah, I do need to fix that. Thank you. Here, let me get Don Factorial. We do have a Discord server. What were you gonna say, Sensation?
Maybe you got sick of being Jesus Christ.
It's okay.
Maybe you got sick of being compared to porn.
Who did? Oh, Don does math.
Don does, yeah, as in Debbie Does Dallas.
Debbie Does Dallas. Is that a porn star? What?
That was like VHS 1970s era.
Damn, dude.
Quite famous pornography.
The world was a clean and healed place. Yes, we do have a Discord. There's our Discord. It should also, if you ever go to that website, the actual discord.com/submit, there's always a link down here for our Discord. Here's the link if you want to follow us on YouTube as well. And then if you want to watch live on Twitch. We have a lot of really cool tutorial videos on YouTube. So if you want to learn some stuff, so I have a lot of like physics. This is like a physics short I made or something. It's about centripetal motion. So they're all like under a couple minutes, and you can learn like some cool physics and math concepts. I try to do videos on things that I'm always having to tutor, like things that are always like taught wrong, or like students just don't really understand. So for instance, like this one was on like log rules, and like all the different, if you want like a refresh on like what the different log rules are for expanding and condensing, I do a video on that too. FBI open up, yeah. Oh, awesome, yeah. Yeah, come by and learn. Come learn with us for sure.
And please learn proper English so we don't have to decode what you're trying to say for 4 days.
Yeah, make sensation happy. Use proper English. The world will heal.
Why don't you speak proper Englander like what I does?
Yeah. Did I hear porn stars? I've been summoned. God damn it, Nick. Okay, I did forget one thing here, Equity, for doing. This is why I kept fucking up and getting like -1. When you're finding the inverse of a 2x2, like, yes, you do the flip these things, make these negative, but then you also need to multiply by 1 over the determinant. So the determinant of this thingy. Yo, what's up, Zach? I was just talking about you, Zach. Nice. Yeah, we had a geometry teacher who stumbled upon the stream here and was like, "Oh wow, there's math on Twitch," and I'm like, "Oh, is there?" I told him to go check your stream out too. So this would be 10 times -1, which is -10, and then it's -3 times -3. So that's -9, or it's +9. So that equals -1. Okay. So I need to multiply this by 1 over -1. That's why this all flips to be 1, 3, -3, -10. And then this would also become +1, +1, and now it's not the negative thing. Gee, I'm a tree. All right, nice. Good job, Equity.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, I was in like math club in like 7th and 8th grade when I was in middle school because I loved it was called Mu Alpha Theta. Is that still around? Mu Alpha Theta? It was kind of like a math competition thing, kind of similar to like Math Olympiad, I think. And we made t-shirts for our geometry class, and I put the like, "Gee, I'm a tree." It's just like a tree, and like, yeah, I don't know, it's clever. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Lol. Okay. It is. Oh, it is a thing? Yeah, I was a part of this in middle school. Mu Alpha Theta. Yeah, we're gonna do your questions, Nick. Let's do it. I have time for you. I have to go in like 40 minutes. Yeah, National High School and 2-year college mathematics honor society. Yeah, we had this in our high school. This was in our middle school, actually. Sorry, it was in like 7th and 8th grade. It was cool. I had a really good geometry teacher. Actually, I credit a lot of my pursuit of math and math-related studies, like physics, because of my geometry teacher. His name was Mr. Sheridan. He was a really fucking great guy. He unfortunately like died from cancer like 10 years ago. I don't know. Cancer somehow keeps taking like the good ones. But yeah, he was a really dope guy, and he was like the head of our Mu Alpha Theta like math club, and he was like such a dope geometry teacher that I fell in love with math, and I kept doing math things. Yeah. All right. It's also why it's very important for like to have good math teachers, I think, in high school. If you have like a bad math teacher, you get kind of screwed because then you just never want to do math. Like, math sucks. Okay, we're gonna read some more charts here. Today I learned about Mu Alpha Theta. Yeah. Okay, Nick, where are you at? Are you here, Nick? Come into the stream or the stage if you want to help, Nick. We'll go over. I think these are kind of like the last ones. There's only a couple more. Mu Alpha Theta sounds like a club for cows. I mean, it was in Texas. Yeah, I did go to middle school in Texas, so maybe there were some like cows involved there. Bad math teacher can ruin a kid's pathway, 100%. It's really bad when it does. Yeah. It totally can though.
Holy dog shit, Texas. Only steers and queers come from Texas, private cowboy. You
Steers
don't
and
look
queers. I love I think his name is George Strait. Is he the one that's saying all my exes live in Texas? Because like literally all my exes do live in Texas, or have lived in Texas at one point.
I even know that song from one of the GTA games.
All my exes live in Texas. All right, what's up, Nick? Want to help you out?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Shantrick says, my math teacher keeps giving us packets and sheets of math of the same thing over and over again instead of giving us new stuff to work on. Bro, I have this one student that I was tutoring last year going to a really nice private whatever high school. Parents are probably spending 20 grand a year. And this math teacher was abysmal. Like, literally just kept going over log rules for 2 months. Just kept... And then what would happen is, like, the teacher would get fired or something, so they would bring in a new teacher, and then that teacher would regress and start teaching stuff before that. So this poor kid just, like, kept seeing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, the bad part is a parent will admit about being bad at math aloud, but would never say they're bad at reading aloud. Yeah.
Or parenting.
We're bad at parenting. Yeah. Okay, so let's help Nick out a little bit. Nick is studying to be a court officer, and this is one of the practice exams for his court officer exam thing. Okay, this is so much chart reading. That's what it is. Escape attempts by individual inmates at Libertyville's correctional facilities. What? These are the people that have, like, successfully escaped prison? Whoa, this is wild.
Yeah.
Yo, this is really cool, dude. What? Okay. Wait, sorry. This is just for the year 2004. Wait, so in a single year, there have been 80 attempts by people 19 and under to escape prison? 80 attempts? And 15 of them were successful? Dude, that is horrifying. Oh my god, what? Okay, here we go. All right.
The second chart is so confusing.
Okay, say it. Time period in months within the escaped inmates were recaptured. Okay, so at least they're getting them back. So, what this is saying, Nick, is that after 3 months, 40% of the inmates that escaped have been recaptured. See how this is like percent, and then this is months?
Yeah. The question for that graph is going to be very confusing.
What is kind of worrying to me is that after 12 months, they've still only recaptured like 98% of people. So, like, some people have still escaped. Okay, here we go. Which of the following?
It's for the same year, right?
This is what's nuts. This is within like a single year. I can imagine like over a decade, maybe like 20 people escape prison, but like not within a year. Which of the following age groups shows a greater total number of escape attempts than the next youngest age group? Okay. So, wait. These are the attempts, right?
Unsuccessful.
So do they want successful? No. A greater total number of escape attempts. Oh, so I think it's like complete. I think it's. Wait.
Just in general, I think.
In Germany, if you escape prison, they legally can't put you back in prison as long as you didn't perjure any injure any guards. Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's like, bruh.
Huh.
Okay. So, I think they're counting the successful escapes as also like attempts. This is worded kind of badly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, this looks like 15 and 80, so this is like 95 total attempts here, right? This is 30, 75, that's 105. Well, that's already more than this. And then, yeah, maybe this is 35 and 65, so that's 90. So they're saying what age group has more attempts than the age group before it. So this one doesn't have more than the age group before it, right? 25 to 25, 25 to 29 has 90 attempts compared to the younger ones, which have 105. However, here, 20 to 24, this has 105 attempts, which is more than the age group below it, which are the 19-year-olds, because they only had 95. So I think the answer here is 20 to 24.
I have the book right now.
Well, I think we have the answer sheet. We have it right here, right? Answer choice A. Yeah.
Oh, you do. Oh.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Which of the following most nearly indicates the number of inmates who are recaptured within 9 months of their escape? So within 9 months, okay, you recapture 90%. So 90% of your inmates. So I think we have to figure out like how many total people actually escaped. And then it's 90% of that. So this is so this is 15 here. 15 plus 30 is 40. So 15, 30, 35. I'm going to assume this is 25. This is also whatever, 25. 15. Yeah, 10 and 5. Okay, so then we just add these all up because this is the total like escaped prisoners. Right. So 45 plus 35 is 80, 105, 130, 145, 150, 160. So it's 90% of 160, which is about 154. Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Sorry. 144? I think it's 144. Thank you. Thank you, Zach. Yeah. Yeah.
How can you do that mentally?
Okay, how can you do that easily? Okay, because 90% of 160 is the same thing as 160 minus 10% of 160. Right? Like, what? 10% of 160 is easy. You just move the decimal to the left once. That's just 16. So then you have 160 minus your 10%. So that equals 144. And then this is 90%.
Oh.
You see that?
Yo.
Cool math tricks. Math tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Based on the total number of escape attempts for each of the following age groups, which group had the highest percentage of successful escapes? Okay. Highest percentage of total escapes? I think it's this. Oh, whoa. It's this group for sure. You basically want to see, like, which one is, like, has higher successful escapes than not successful escapes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's the 40 minus 44. Because if you wanted to do that as a percentage-wise... Yeah, what did we say? We said it was like 15? Yeah. That's like 15 over 20, which is almost like 75%. Yeah. All of these ones, this is less than this, so it's going to be less than 50%. If they were even, okay, so if they're even here, then this is 50%, right? Because the total number of attempts is 2 of these things, and only 1 of these bars is the successful ones. What's up, Matthew?
Good job.
It did say most near.
Can you be helped?
Can you be helped?
No.
Wait. Oh. Wait. It didn't like 40 to 44 though, man. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I also thought it was that.
So I guess it's D is 3D. Yeah, 3 is D. It really should be 40 to 44. I don't know why they said it was this. Yeah, it should be
No
40 to
idea.
44.
What would be 40 to 45 to 49? What is
It
that?
would still be greater than
percentage?
50%. It would be greater than 50% because this would be like which one of the following statements is not correct? 1/3 of the escaped inmates were recaptured within 3 months. So within 3 months, 40% were actually recaptured within 3 months. So I don't think it's 1/3. This is also like 40%. Oh, it's a team of teachers at school. Yeah, bro. That's the other thing. I don't think I could deal with the personalities of teachers. Like, not that it's like, it's just like I'm a very polarizing person. And if I had like an administration I had to deal with, and then I don't know, like other teachers, I don't know. Something bad would happen. I'm a team player for sure, but it's just like some strong opinions. I would say something and then I'd probably get canceled for it. So
Too much pressure.
yeah.
My opinions are outright wrong. It's just, I'll sit there and I'll observe and I'll tell you what you need.
Yeah, you can't do that. I hate admin. I really just hate admin. It's not that like I don't like working with the teachers. I just hate administration, and unfortunately sometimes like then like certain people start siding with the administration, and then you get like snitched on or something.
This is why we don't have kings anymore.
That's why we don't have kings anymore. No King's Day.
Well, no, because it's that principle. you have a hierarchy where there's one person sat right at the top and they have absolute power over everybody, hence the king. And so, that's why I don't play well with others in those contexts, because it's like, no, if you've got absolute power over me, I won't fucking work for you.
I do agree with Shellshock saying that, yeah, it's good to share the heavy lifting, especially with designing exams. It would have been nice if, well, there's like a plus and a minus to this, right? Because if the teachers all together are helping design the exam, you're also assuming that each teacher is teaching the same thing. And I will say, I did enjoy having complete control over writing my exam, because I could make sure that everything that was on it was something that I had taught at some point. Versus if I'd used another professor's exam, I would have definitely gotten yelled at by my students, because there would have been like some weird thing that I hadn't exactly gone over, and they might get mad at me. So, but maybe grading. But then also I like grading myself too, because I know my students. Like, I know who shows up to my streams. I know who shows up to office hours. I know who puts an effort, and that 100% like affects the way I grade. If you were just being like totally fair and impartial, then yeah, maybe it would work. But I don't know. The world is not fair and impartial. It's just not how it works. You're a teacher. I do teach, yes. I taught a course at UCLA for the last 2 quarters. I'm currently trying to see if I can teach next quarter. But it's kind
Favoritism.
See,
I teach
favoritism.
scumbags like you how not to be scumbags.
Like, favoritism can be warranted, though. It's not like favoritism. I think it's like recognition of like people giving a shit. Like, I can tell pretty quickly like what student gives a shit about learning in the class, and that's something that I think merits like additional points on like exams and stuff.
Meritocracy.
Yeah, meritocracy. Like, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, 70% were captured within 6 months. Well, that's still not right either. It's technically 75. Less than 10% of the inmates who escaped were over 45 years of age. Well, that's 10 over 160, which is less than 10%. Okay, so this is actually true. I think B. I think B is false. No, they say A. Most of... Oh, which one of the following is not correct? Oh, yeah, then A. Yeah. Yeah, most of the inmates who escaped were under 30 of age. Nope, that's not right. But they want the not correct. Okay. Because here, under 30 years of age is 80 inmates, and there were 160 total that escaped. So 80 over 160 is not the majority. It's exactly half. Yeah. Cool.
Which would have been more?
Yeah. If it was like 51%, sure. I mean, but even then, 51% of Congress won't get anything out of you. You need like 60% to really do stuff. So to me, a majority that's called a super majority technically. Is there a set term for what a super majority is? Is it at 60%? What's up, Thembakil?
Thembakil Dekana.
Zach says a super majority is 2/3. That's very cool. Didn't know that. I learned something today. Nice. And Nick learned some things too. We love that. Great. Yeah.
You want to go over the one from yesterday? Or
Yeah, let me see.
2 days ago?
Let me see if I got any other questions. Otherwise, y'all do it.
I put it in common area.
Ooh. Here, Matt's got a question. Let me do Matt's question real quick. He was asking me on TikTok. Matt, you still here, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Did we scare him off? Where's Matt? Is there a way for me to like DM this guy? Be like, yo, dog, I got your question up here. Oh,
yell
Math
at
is
him.
here. Yeah, nice, dude.
Oh no.
Oh, that's sensation.
Good job.
Okay, Matt. Which one do you want help with, dude? You want me to just go through all of them? I think I have a little bit of time. Matt found us from TikTok. That's always really cool. That's why I still... This is my alt for Aicha Belashu. Cool. Okay, let's see. Given the function r of x is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 4, find each value. Yeah, so whenever they have this here, Matt, you're just plugging this value in for x. So I think you did this one right already, right? -6 plugging into this. So this is negative 2. Here, let me use the colors. I like the colors. So this is negative 2/3 times negative 6 plus 4. Okay. Minuses cancel out. That's positive. So then that becomes 12/3, which is 4. And then 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Yeah, you did this right. Good job, Matt. Plugging in 1/2. Okay. That's just going to be 2/3. Ooh, 75 or 60 count for supermajority? Interesting. Yeah, I think supermajority just means it's more than 50% maybe. Okay, so for this one, 2's going to cancel. You get negative 1/3 plus 4, so what's that? 3 2/3, which is the same thing as 11/3. Do you remember how to do this, Matt? How to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction? Okay, and then they say, yeah, you got it? Cool. Nice. All right. For what value of x is r of x equal to negative 4? Okay, so whenever this happens, they're just saying y equals negative 4. What is x? That's kind of what this is asking. So you're going to take your equation up here, and you're going to say that negative 4 is equal to negative 2/3 x plus 4. Okay? And then this is algebra. So this is the variable I'm trying to solve for. So I want to start working away from it and then move towards it. Jeff's so happy. Just like, yo, we got math back. We haven't done that much physics today, Jeff. Anyways, -4 on both sides. This 4 is like the furthest away from the x because this thing is like multiplying it. It's like closer to it. So I subtract 4 from both sides. I get negative 8 is equal to negative 2/3 x. Okay. And then in order to get rid of this negative 2/3, what you want to do is you want to multiply by the reciprocal of that. And so I'm going to multiply by negative 3/2 on both sides. So this is going to cancel, blah, 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 blah. And you'll just get that x is equal to negative 8 times negative 3/2. Okay. So this becomes positive 24 over 2, which is the same thing as 12. So there you go. Your value here is x is equal to 12. Let me know if that made sense, Matt, and I'll move on to the next one. Jeff says, I left back when you guys were rambling about that guy's PIQ or whatever it was. Yeah, Mizan. Yeah, he's applying to college. I was going through his college essay. Matt says, yes. Okay, great. Awesome. I guess there's like very little lag between Twitch. Between TikTok. That's great. Okay. F of negative 2. What is algebra 2 about? Algebra 2 is it's like more complicated systems of equations, I think. I'm trying to think like I don't even know what I learned in algebra 2, honestly. It's just like algebra, but like more. It's like extended topics. So this is saying y equals what when x equals negative 2. Okay. So you look at here. X is negative 2 over here. You go up to your graph, and that gets you 4. Okay. So the answer here is 4. F of 1 is asking when x is equal to 1. Well, when x is equal to 1, my graph is going to hit y equals 1. So this is equal to 1. And the last thing here, they say, for what value of x is f of x equal to 0? So they're saying, when is y equal to 0? What's up, Atari X, Head Game, Sinsler, Quats? Shellshock says it's mostly functions. Okay. Is it like transformations of functions? Is that like a big Algebra 2 thing? So you want to figure out where this function here is equal to 0. And so that happens a couple places, right? It happens here, it happens here, and it happens here. So technically, you have to write down like 3 different answers. You can say like x equals -1, or x equals 0, or x is equal to 2. Seek help. Sensation, dude, what? You don't like his emoji, Sensation?
I don't even know where to begin with the problems with this one, but yeah.
Yeah. I can't even see what his emoji is. It looks pretty funny, though. Okay. Matthew, does that make some sense to you? Yeah? Do we help you out with your math? All good? Gucci, Gucci? Oh, there you go. Shellshock says pre-calc and Algebra 2 are basically the same course. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, nice, Matthew. Good. Appreciate you asking your question and submitting a screenshot. Please help me. I sent you. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. Where did you send? You did, Aisha. Cool. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see yours actually before. Thank you for bothering me. Or not bothering me. Thank you for reminding me. Go down the paper a little bit. Yes. 1 second. Let me wait for this to copy over. It's a big image, apparently.
Stop taking screenshots with your phone.
No, I fucked up. I fucked up. It's not their fault. This is I fucked up on this one.
Oh right, because it's usually that it's someone's taken a photograph.
I mean
of
this.
a screen that's like
Oh no,
massive.
I mean, no, they did definitely take a picture of the phone, but it's okay. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. Yeah, this was it. All right, good. You're great. Cool. All right, let's. Ooh, chemistry. I love chemistry. Hell yeah. Okay. This is cool.
Is that just a piece of paper?
It is just a piece of paper, but you know.
Okay, I can forgive that one.
Yeah. Okay. Determine the electron configuration and then determine what they are isoelectronic with. Okay. Is this where they want like the 1s2, 2s2, 2p whatever stuff? I need a periodic table. Yeah, join our Discord. Hell yeah. Yeah, Matthew, if you ping me and say you join my Discord, I'll give you an extra point for your question that you asked. If you get 10 points, I buy you like V-Bucks, like some gift card or something, whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but you know, within reason. Okay, so let's look at where oxygen is. Okay, so these are always the s orbitals. Okay. Then these right here are the p orbitals. Or I should use a different color. My bad. All right, cool. You're good. Yeah, you gotta like accept the rules or some shit. But yeah, just ping me. Just say you found me from TikTok, and I'll get it to you later today or something. S, P, D, and then F is like here, but no one uses F. I have not actually. I was actually just asking a friend about perplexity. Actually, the other day. Okay, so oxygen's over here. So first thing we have to do is, and really helium is kind of here, technically, is what we say. I mean, this is like whatever. So oxygen is going to be 1s2, right? You have 2 electrons there. Then it's going to be 2s2. And then it's 2p1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 2p4 if it was just regular oxygen, but it's 2 minus, which means you have an extra 2 electrons. So it's really 2p6. Does that make sense here? This, because oxygen is here in like the 4th slot of the p orbital, it should be 2p4. But you have an extra 2 electrons, so that makes it 2p6. And then 2p6, so isoelectronic, that's the same thing as this, right? If you looked at the electron configuration for neon ends on 2p6. So this is isoelectronic with neon. Cobalt, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. I know we got to get at least to here. 3s2, 3p6. Oh, wow. Okay. 3s2, 3p6. And then it's 4s2. And then this is the weird thing. When you start going into the d orbitals, you have to drop the number down 1. So it's 3D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 3D7. Let me know, Aisha, if I'm going too fast with this, or if you already understand this. I'll wait. I'll give you a second for feedback. Okay, and then isoelectronic with. So they want to say what's like another element that would have the same electron configuration. So for instance, nickel would if it had one less electron. So you could say nickel 1+. Yeah. Better help? What, like the therapy app? I miss therapy. I miss when therapy was free. During COVID. Now it's like not free. Very expensive. Oh, actually, sorry, we fucked up here. Sorry. Cobalt would have been 3d7, but there's 2 less electrons. So watch. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 plus means 2 less electrons. So we actually have to make this 3d5. I screwed this up. Sorry. It happens sometimes, though. This is going to be 3d5. And then it's isoelectronic with manganese, I think. And then zinc 2+, for instance, is going to be isoelectronic with nickel. Here, I'm just going to do all the isoelectronics because it's easy. Ag1+, which is silver. I don't like silver. That's isoelectronic with, I think that's palladium? PD? And then Br1- means 1 extra electron. That's isoelectronic with krypton. There's actually an even easier way to label these, which is called noble gas notation, which means you just look at like which noble gas you've already completed, and then you do the rest of it. So, for instance, instead of writing out all of this stuff here, or all up to 3p6, 3p6 covered up to argon, you can also just write this as like argon. So argon gets you up to here. And then it would be 4s2. And then that would be 3d10, but you're 2 less electrons, so it's 3d8. Ag, same thing. Instead of like writing out all of these going down, you can just start at krypton, and then you like move to this row. So this would be krypton, and then that would be 4s2. Sorry, 5s2, because now we're on the 5th row after krypton, and then that's going to be 4d. It would be 4d9, but there's an extra. There's less of an electron, so that's 4d8. Okay, cool. And then bromine -1 Too funny. It's just Krypton. You could literally just write Krypton if you wanted to. This would also be okay. Nice. Okay. I hope that helps you, Aisha. Let's see. What did you send me here, Matthew? See this? Okay. Let me make sure Amber could see it in the chat. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, the chat just updated. My bad, Amber. Yeah, you're all good. Sorry. It does that sometimes. The whole fucking thing just fucks up. Sorry. Let me go through your chat. Sorry. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, here, send the whole picture, and I'll go through it. Yeah, an isoelectronic just means it has the same electron configuration as something else. What's the chemical equation of breast milk? I love drinking it, and I'm curious about it. 25 schmeckles. What?
Oh, be quiet, Goyim.
Mommy milkers, dude. Okay, yeah.
You know full well that if his name is Schmeckles, he's actually a Goyim.
Yeah. Schmeckles. It's shekels, not schmeckles.
Yeah, it's one of those weird
Bastardizations. Okay. Okay.
The word is not unalived, it is killed.
Is this supposed to be a line here, Matthew? Yeah, we're gonna leave this up so I can like actually see it. Because I think you have to like interpolate. Or I hope this is a line. So, to get the equation of a line, right? Do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we could just pick these 2 points if we wanted to, right? So that would be negative 9 minus 0 over 7 minus 3. Oh, I see why this is gross. So m is equal to negative 9/7. And then, they give you the y-intercept, which is negative 3.2. So this is y equals negative 9/7 x minus 3.2. That doesn't really make any sense. Oh, sorry, this is over 4. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't have it showing. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, I think this was like a table of like x values and y values. So, and I think this is the equation of the line, right? Because that's the x-intercept, or whatever, the y-intercept, and that's the x-intercept. So that if you plug in 8, you just got to plug 8 into here. So that would be y is equal to negative 18 minus 3.2, which would be equal to negative 21.2. I think. One sec. Where's my other thing? No, not here. Yo, what's up, Roman? Good to see you, dude. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where did my music go.
Good old Roman. He's got a Roman nose. It's Roman all over his face.
Can I play this, please? Do you want to check the other? Oh, chess tournament's on Saturday. Don't worry. I'll announce it. Don't worry about that. I'll announce it later today. And then here, the y-intercept. So plug in negative 24 for the other one. I gotta go real soon, and I want to help out Aisha with hers. And so the y-intercept is whenever x equals 0. So that's gonna be at 0, comma minus 3.2. That's that. All right, let me see. Oh, this has quite a lot of things on it. All right, Aisha, I'll get through a couple of these, but I do have to go in like 5-10 minutes. We'll see. No, Nick. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm running out of time. Yes, valence electrons are always the outer number. I agree with these. These are probably right. Yeah, you're good. Peace. Let me pull this in. Ooh. But yeah, chess tournament Rowan will be Saturday at 3 o'clock Pacific. If you want to put it in your calendar. Are you not part of our Discord, Roman? You should join our Discord. You'd get the notifications for it. Okay, so we did all these, I believe, right? Is that what we did? Did we do those? Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh, so you just need these ones. Okay. What element has the ground state configuration See, this is what I talk about noble gas notation. So 5s246 after krypton. So this is krypton. So you go one down from krypton. So it's gonna be here. And so 5s2 46 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's rubidium. So yeah, it's gonna be rubidium. What element has calcium cannon milk? What the fuck is that? All right, what element has 4 electrons in the 6p orbital? Ooh. That's here. 6p. SP, this is 6, and then 4 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's polonium.
The dude's just like, you know what I'm saying? No, no one knows what you're saying. You're so stupid you'd fail a blood test.
Oh man, the blood tests. Okay. Full electron for potassium. Right. Well, we already know how to do that, right? That's 1s2. 2s2. 2p6. Or, yeah, 3s2. 3p6. 4s1. Right? You have heard the blood test joke before. He did make it last time. And then the shortcut for that is to go, instead of looking at potassium, is to look at the noble gas right before it. So that's going to just be argon. And then you're going to say 4s1. One possible excited state for this potassium. I can't really see what happened here. I'm guessing what happened is the electron moved from the 4s state up to the 5. I mean, that means this electron moved all the way up from n equals 4 up to all the way at n equals 5. Yeah. So what changed? The electron got excited. You had to add energy to it. Which of the following could be the electron configuration for a barium in the excited state? So barium, it's 5s1. Yeah. I mean, so potassium is usually 4s1, right? So somehow your electron jumped from the n equals 4 to the n equals 5 state. So you went from n equals 4 to n equals 5. I don't know, dude. Okay, barium's way down here. So 6s2. So this is the ground state here. This would be not possible. You can't lose an electron and still. I mean, this is. I don't even know what's happening here. What? That doesn't make any sense to me. This would be an excited state. because what you're doing is you're taking something from the 6s and then you're moving the electron up here, which would be 5D1. This is actually a really good question. No, I think this is the most excited. I don't know actually. Let me ChatGPT this real quick. I don't know everything. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. I'm torn between choice C and choice D. I want to see what it thinks. I don't know why ChatGPT is taking so long to figure out the electron configuration of barium. I think they kind of screwed up ChatGPT, honestly, recently. It just doesn't seem to work like nearly as well. I'm not a big fan of GPT-5. Like what? I think they still give me access to 4 though. I think 4 would solve this like instantly. There we go. See, look at this. Like 4.0 gets it right away. Yeah. Yeah, C and D are both valid excited states of barium. Do you see this? It says C and D. The best answer they say is C though. Doesn't need to be full before going to the next thing. It does in the ground state, Amber. But if it's excited, that means it's not in like a stable configuration. So you can actually take electrons away from filled shells and you can put them into like other shells. Yeah, this is something different. Yeah, it's just you can bounce electrons out wherever. If you are adding electrons in the ground state, you're right. You need to fill them first. But if you're exciting them, you're just putting them wherever. Yeah, even ChatGPT 5, which took a minute to do, says that both of them are valid excited states because they promote one of the 6s electrons to a higher subshell. 5D1 is a higher subshell. So is 6P1. They are in SPDF order, but depending how much energy you hit something with, you can excite it to the moon, dude. Doesn't matter. Like if you want to see it, this is kind of like a cool way to look at it. That image is blurry as fuck. Can I get something better, please? There we go. Yeah. No, it can jump as much as it wants. No, and that's what absorption lines and like the Balmer lines are from jumping from like n = 4 to n = 2 and stuff. But also, I hate chemistry. Don't hate chemistry. Chemistry's great. Yeah. So you have what is it? You had this filled, right? You had this and you had this. You had like 6s1. This electron here. This one can bounce. It logically it wants to bounce next to 5D and then bounce to 4F. But if you give it enough energy, like you hit it with enough of like radiation or whatever the fuck, you can actually bump it up here to 6P. You could bump it up to 7S if you wanted. But yeah, those are all different ways to do it. Okay. I'm glad that helps you out. There, Amber. But yeah, I like chemistry, so yeah, please keep bringing the chemistry questions on. Okay, I really gotta run to this birthday thing, so let's close out the stream. Thank you everyone for coming to Actual Education Office Hours today. Really appreciate all of your questions. If you found us here on YouTube or TikTok, please, we stream 3 times a week. This will be the last one for this week, but next week we have a stream at 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can always check out the calendar, go to that website, join our Discord, you'll get notified. School year starting, we're here to help.
My man.
Okay, Let's go raid somebody. Always like raiding someone.
Okay, thanks, Molly.
Thank you, Sensation, for being such a great host and mod and all the great things you do. We appreciate it.
Being a dick, you mean?
Well, I mean, sometimes people need a dick, you know. Pause. Let's see. We're gonna go raid, dude. Dude, a lot of people doing stuff today. Thank you so much. Really helped me and have a test soon. Yeah, for sure. Good luck with your test, Amber. Awesome. Okay, just go say hi to Moohoodles. She's great. We like Moohoodles. I think she's streaming soon. She's streaming in 10 minutes, so if you want to hang around, say hi to her. Otherwise, I'm just going to raid her. I got to go. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. We will see you next week on Monday. Peace.